myself Dr. M. Laxmidevi, Associate Professor in the Department of CAC/DS at Institute of Aeronautical Engineering. In this video lecture, we'll learn about how to pass an array to a function, and apart from that, we'll also see the other topic, how to pass a string to a function in C language. So first, let us have a recap of functions. So in functions, mainly we have two types of functions. The first one is library functions, and the second one is user-defined functions. So what is user-defined functions? Mainly the functions which we refer to, these are user-defined functions. So these are the functions which are defined by the user according to the requirement of the user. So these are defined by the user according to his or her requirement. So these are called as user-defined functions. A user can modify the functions according to his or her own requirement, and he knows the internal, he or she who has created that program. So he or she knows the internal working of the function. So related to function, mainly we have three important components. First one is function prototype, next one is function definition, and the last one is function call. So function prototype is just a statement to tell the compiler or to inform the compiler that there is a function. So this function prototype gives information to the compiler like what is the return type of the function, and then what is the name of the function, what are the parameters or what are the arguments it is taking. So this is function prototype. Next, function definition. So function definition actually tells what is the purpose of the function or what is the task of the function. So that is defined by the function definition. So function definition is also, its syntax is return type. We write the return type. Then after that, name of the function, and then inside this we write the parameters. So parameters along with the data type. Here no need to use any semicolon here. Then inside the braces, inside these curly braces, we write the set of statements. So these set of statements are to be executed these set of statements are to be executed. Then function call. So in order to actually call this, execute these function statements which are written in this function definition. So in order to execute these statements or in order to perform this specific task, we have to call the function. So that is done by function call. So function call is, in the function call, just we write the name of the function, and inside the brackets or braces, parentheses, we write the parameters. Here no need to mention the data type of the parameters. So here we need to mention the data type of the parameters in the function prototype as well as function definition. Here no need to mention the function data type of the parameters, and also no need to mention the return type of the function also. So next, coming to arrays. So array is collection of data or finite ordered collection of homogeneous data which is stored in contiguous memory locations. So compared to basic data type, it is a derived data type. So all the elements of an array, they occupy a set of contiguous memory locations. So you can go through my previous video lectures where we have discussed in detail about arrays, how to declare an array, how to initialize an array, and how to access the elements of the array. Next, we have seen single dimensional array or one dimensional array. So syntax for this is data type and then name of the array, and then inside these brackets, inside the square brackets, we write the size of the array. So here size indicates the number of elements of the array. So for example, so this is one example of how to declare an array. So here int a of 5 means the array name is A. It contains 5 integer elements 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 integer elements are there. So the data is nothing but integer values. So here the data inside the array is integer values and the size of this array is 5. So it tells the compiler that A is an array of integer type. A is an integer type of array and its size is 5 integers. So compiler reserves 4 bytes of memory for each integer. So how much memory is occupied by each integer? So here integer type occupies 4 bytes. So 4 into multiplied by the size of the array. Size of the array is 5. So 4 into 5 is equal to 20. So 20 bytes are reserved for storing 5 integers in the memory. Next, passing an array to a function. Now There are various ways in which we can pass an array to a function. So first one, we'll discuss about the first one, pass individual array elements. How to pass individual array elements, just the way we pass. So there are two ways in which we can pass the values to the function. First one is pass by value, then second one is pass by reference. So generally, so here let us see the example how to pass individual array elements to a function. So in order to pass individual array elements to a function, the array name along with its subscript, so inside the square brackets, must be passed to the function call. So which can be received in simple variables using the function definition. So example for this is, so this is an example where we are passing an array to a function. Not the whole array, just the individual array elements are passed here. So here in the int main function, so array name is ARR. So ARR is name of the array and its size is 5. So 5 element, its size is declared as 5, but we have initialized with only 3 elements, 2, 4 and 5. So remaining memory is not used. There is another variable, integer variable I. So for I is equal to 0, so this is for iterating over the array elements. So for I is equal to 0, first element of the array can be indexed by the position ARR of 0. So here what we are doing here is we are calling the function. So this is the function call. So this is the function call. So in this we are passing the array along with its index. So ARR of I, we are passing the array name as well as the name of array as well as the index along with the index. ARR of I means, so the first element of the array will be passed, comma I. So I is nothing but I is equal to 0 here. So here this is the function definition. So this is received by this is an integer value because array has integer values. So the data type of the array is integer. So therefore here correspondingly we need to declare here the data type also as the integer. So this element is received by the corresponding element is element here, corresponding variable name is element here. So comma I is received by, so I is received by this integer variable index. So element value is nothing but, so here element is equal to ARR of first one when I is equal to 0. So ARR of 0 is equal to I. So next index is equal to 0 here. So this value is copied to the variable index. Now in this just we are printing the array elements. So element at the index, so percentage %d is given by the index value at index is 0. So at index 0 is 2. So element at this particular index is, so corresponding value is 2. So this 2 will be printed. So this is the output of, so when it is running, when this loop is running for one time, so this is the output. Next, after that, so after the execution of these statements, here we have only one printf statement. So that statement will be executed. After that, control is again transferred to the to this function again. Then I is equal to 2. I will be incremented by 1. Now I is equal to 1. So I value is equal to 1 now, and element, so I is equal to 1 and ARR of 1. So ARR of 1 is equal to, so 1 means 4. So 4 is passed to this function. 4 is passed to this function now. So in this way we can pass individual array elements. So here the array name along with the subscript. So what element we are passing? So along with the subscript inside the square brackets is passed to the function call, which is received in simple variables. So as we pass variables, similarly we can pass individual elements of the array. So in this way, the output of this program is, so it will run for 3 times because we have initialized 3 values. So element at index 1 is equal to 4, element at index 2 is equal to 5. So this is the output of this program. Next is, this is another way of passing an array to a function. So here what we are doing here is the receiving parameter of the array is declared as an array. The receiving parameter, so in the receiving parameter of the array is declared as an array. So let's see the example. So this is how this is the syntax of the function definition. So in the function definition, we write the return type of the function, then the function name, and then inside these braces, we write the type, the data type of the array, and then array name, and then inside the square brackets, we write the size of the array. So size of the array also must be included. Next, inside this main function, so we have declared an array. So size of the array is 5. So there are 5 elements in the array. So here what we are doing here is, so we are calling the function. This is a function call. So function call. So in order to pass the array as an argument, so what we are doing here is, we are just passing the name of the array. So name of the array is ARR. So we are just passing the name of the array, and this name of the array is received by, so here in the function definition, so this is function definition. So in the function definition, we are declaring an array with the same size, whatever the size is here. So we are declaring the array with the same size. And inside the function definition, so we have declared variable sum and I. So sum is equal to 0. Then this will repeat for 5 times. So this loop is repeating for 5 times. I is equal to 0. I less than 5. I plus plus. So that means the array is, all the elements of the array are added, and that value is stored in the value sum, in the variable sum. So sum is equal to, so when we execute this program, the output of this program is array sum is 20. So thus here, in order to pass the array as an argument, whole array as an argument, we are not passing the whole array, but what we are doing here is, we are passing the name of the array. So this name of the array is nothing but the address to the first element of the array. So that is received in the function definition, or this name address is received by the array along with the size. And then, so this array and this ARR, they are same. So in this way, the receiving parameter, so this is one method of passing an array to a function, where the receiving parameter of the array is declared as an array. Next, another method, the receiving parameter is declared as an unsized array. So for example, syntax for this is in the function definition. So this is how we can receive the parameters of the array. So this is how we can receive the array So syntax here is return type, then function name, and inside the braces we need to write the type of the array, the type, data type of the array, name of the array, and then square brackets. So here size of the array is not given as so example for this is, so here in the main function we have declared an array ARR of 5. So ARR of 5 means, so it has 5 elements. So these are the 5 elements: 75, 89, 67, 23, and then 24. So here this is the name of the function. Name of the function is find min. So find min. So here in the function call, so we have 2 arguments. So these are actual arguments. So when we pass the array as an argument, just we need to send the name of the array. So that is nothing but, name of the array is nothing but the address of the first element of the array. So this is received by this parameter in the function definition. So actual parameters and formal parameters number must be same here. So this is copied to this a of, so here we have not mentioned. So if we write in the function definition just int a, then the compiler will interpret it as a normal variable. It will not interpret it as an array. So that's why we need to write in this way. So in order to instruct the compiler that a is an array, so we need to mention the square brackets also. After that, the size, this is an integer variable. So therefore corresponding parameter in the formal parameter is size, integer size, int size. So here what we are doing here is, this function is returned to find the minimum of all the elements of the array. So here among all these elements, so the minimum is 23. So output is this much. So this is the output of this program. The minimum element is 20, or the smallest of all the elements is, smallest of these elements is given by 23. So let's see how this function is executing. So in the function definition, so we have declared a variable min, and it is assigned the value a of 0. So min is equal to a of 0. So this value is assigned to min variable. Now here min is equal to, so ARR you can write the same, here you can write the same name ARR, or you can mention some other name. Actually ARR is nothing but, so here 76. So let us see this example. So 76, so this is 89, 67, 23 and then 24. So here in the function definition, in the function call, name of the array is ARR. So ARR, and then in the function call, so we have mentioned A. This ARR and A both are same. So this A also points to this array only. So this points to the first element of the array. Then whatever operations you can perform on this, same operations you can perform on this also. So generally when we pass the array as an generally we pass the array by reference. So that means, so a copy of the array is not created, but the formal parameters, they actually work on the actual parameters only. So this ARR and this A both are same. So here we have assigned the value, first element of the array, to min variable. Now min is equal to 76. So after that, so it is checking the condition. So there is a conditional statement here. If min is greater than, if this is greater than A of I is equal to, so I is equal to 1 now. So A of 1 is 76 greater than 89. It is not true. So this is false. Is 76 greater than 89? It is false. So therefore, this is false. So this line will not be executed. Again, I value will be incremented by 1. Now I is equal to 2. So A of 2 will be compared now. Now min is equal to 76. So is 76 greater than 67? So 76 is greater than 67. So this is true. So 76 is greater than 67. So this is true. So therefore, now min variable is assigned the value A of I. So that means 67. Now the value in the min variable is 67. So after that, I value will be incremented by 1. So A of 3 will be compared now. So now in the next iteration, so this min variable value is 67. Is 67 greater than 23? Yes, it is true. So therefore this statement will be executed. Now min variable will be assigned a value of A of, so that is 23. Next, after that, in the next iteration, I value is incremented by 1, so A of 4. So now it will check this condition. Min value is 23. Is 23 greater than 24? So 23 greater than 24, this statement is false. So therefore, this line will not be executed. So value in the min variable is 23. So that value is, so this is an integer type. Value in the min is integer type. So therefore, the return type of this function is integer. So this min variable is assigned to, is printed here. So output of this is the value min. So minimum element is 23. In this way, we can pass an array to a function where the receiving parameter is declared as an unsized array. So next is the receiving parameter is declared as a pointer here. So in order to explain, or in order to analyze this is the program. So here in the function, we have created an array. So we have initialized and declared an array. So name of the array is numbers. So there are 5 elements in the array and one more integer variable I we have. So next we need to calculate the size of the array. So first we can calculate the size by using this formula. So total size of the array, that is size of numbers, divided by the size of the first element of the array. So that will give the number of elements of this array. Then here this is the loop which prints all the elements of the array. So that is before modification. So we'll get this as the output. This is the output of these statements. So before modification, the array elements are 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Next, after that, this is the function call here. So in the function call, we are passing the name of the array. So receiving parameter, corresponding parameters are declared as a pointer here. So in order to receive the address, so this is nothing but address of the first element of the array. So in order to receive the address, the corresponding parameter is declared as a pointer here. So this is an integer array. So therefore this is a pointer to an integer array. This is a pointer to an integer. So that means it will store the address of. So in order to receive the address, we have declared a pointer variable. So next, in order to receive the size value, so this is an integer. So corresponding variable is size here. In the function definition, so we have declared a variable I, integer variable. So I is equal to, this loop will run for the number of times. So from I is equal to 0 to size is 5. So it will run 5 times. So this loop will run 5 times. So for first A of I is equal to, so whatever operation, so this is nothing but pass the array or pass the address of the array. So here we are passing the address, or name of the array is nothing but pass the name of the array is nothing but the address of the first element of the array. So in the so that is received by the receiving parameter is declared as a pointer here. So actually what is this? This is passed by reference method. So we are actually working on the, so here copy of the array is not created, but the same array, modifications are done in the same array. You can see here. So in this function definition, ARR of I, so I is equal to, what we are doing here is we are just multiplying the each element of the array by 2. So this loop will run 5 times. So ARR of 0 will be equal to ARR of 0 into 2. So multiplied by 1 into 2. So that is equal to 2. Next, the second element. So that is also multiplied by 2. So that is equal to, so 2 into 2 is 4. So in this way, we'll get the double of all the elements of the array. So after modification, so when these statements are executed, after that, when this statement is printed, after modification, now if we are printing this array, so whatever the array we have declared here, if we are printing this array, you can see here that after modification, the array is, so whatever we have done here in the function definition, that will be applicable to this array, numbers of I. So this is the output of this program. So this is pass by reference method. So in pass by reference method, so we can, in pass by reference method, we can receive the parameters in 2 ways. So first one, by writing the name of the array along with, so we can mention the size or we can skip the size, but the size should be the same in both formal and but the size of the array must be the same. Next, in the another method is, in the receiving parameters, we can receive the array as an argument by declaring it as a pointer. Next is pass two-dimensional array. So as we pass a single dimensional array to a function, we can pass two-dimensional array also to a function. So let us see how we can do this. So this is a two-dimensional array. So where we have 2 rows and 4 columns. So these are the, you can see here, so these are the elements of the matrix. So we have a matrix num and these are the elements. So we have 2 rows and 4 columns. So this is the first row element and these are the second row elements. So here also num of 0 we have and num of 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and this one is 2, 3, 4 and 5. So in order to access each element, we have to refer to the index. We have to refer to row index as well as column index. This is row index and this is a column index. So this element is accessed by num of 0, 0. This element is accessed by num of 0 and this one is the first. So 0, 1, another one num of 0, 2, 0, 3. In this way, we can access all the elements of this matrix. Now in the next line, we are calling the function display num. So name of the function is display. Control is transferred here. So what we are doing here is we are passing the name of the array. So name of the array is nothing but address of the first element of the array. So that is received by this parameter. So here we have declared the array ARR. So if we skip the row size, so even that is, we can skip the row size, but we need to mention the column size here. So for we have to compulsory mention the column size here. So this is how when these statements are executed inside the function definition. So this has to repeat for So this is a program to print all the elements of the array. So row is, this will, we have mentioned I less than 2. So it will iterate for 2 times. And this will iterate for, this is the outer loop and this one is the inner loop. So this is an nested loop where we have outer loop and inner loop. So inner loop will run 4 times. Outer loop will run 2 times. So since the size of the array is 2 by 4, the row size is 2, column size is 4. So total elements in this array are 2 4s are 8. So this is the output of this program. So num of 0 0 is 1, num of 0 1 is 2, then 3, 4, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So this is the order in which the elements are printed. Next, passing a string to a function. Now let us see how to pass a string to a function. So this is a program. So in this program, in the main function, so name of the string is, as we know that we don't have a particular data type as string, we mention the string as array of characters. So this array of characters is nothing but which is terminated by null character. So we don't have a specific data type as string. We have array of characters which is terminated by null character. So that is considered as a string. So the data type of this string is, name of the string is my string, and then we have not mentioned the size here. Compiler will automatically calculate the size based upon the number of characters in the string here. So its data type is character. Then print string, when we call, this is the name of the function print string, and then in the function, in the actual parameters, we are passing the name of the string. So name of the string is my string. So this is nothing but address of the first character. So this is nothing but address of the first character. So here in the formal parameters, we receive it as a string only, and we receive function that takes string as a parameter, same as we can receive an array. So similarly, we receive the string here also. So name of the function is print string. It does not return anything, so therefore void. And then inside this, the data type of this is, so this is a string, this is an array of characters. So we have to specify it by the name of this string, and then inside this, and then we have to mention the these brackets, square brackets. Data type is character, and if you try to print it, then in order to print the string, just %s is a format specifier and then name of the string. So that is enough. So in this way, we can pass the string to function. So in order to pass the string to a function, so no need to pass the whole string, just name of the string is enough. So in the actual parameters, we mention the name of the string, and in the formal parameters, we write the that is received by this string character array. So output of this program is hello world. Next, this is another way. So in both the methods, we are passing the string by reference. So whatever changes are made in the actual string, so they are reflected in the, whatever changes we make with the help of formal parameters, so those are reflected in the actual string. So this is another way in which we can pass the string as an argument to a function. So here int main function, name of the string is same string we have taken, my string, and then it is a character array. So it is initialized to hello world. So then after that, when we call this function, so here inside this function, inside these parameters, we write the name of the string. So name of the string is nothing but address of the first character of the string. So that is received as character pointer here. So character pointer, and then if you try to print the value in the string, so we can print the value in the string by using the variable ptr. So actually ptr stores the address of the, ptr is a, so we have declared, so here name of the string is my string. So we are passing the name of the string, and that is received by a pointer variable which points to the first character of the string. So in this way, the output of this program is also hello world. So this is all about how to pass an array. So we have seen passing an array to a function. Then another concept we have seen is pass a string to a function. So in the next video lecture, we'll discuss some more concepts of C programming. Until then, thank you.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.